A Jmix exclusive.
You had talked about earlier working with the Outlaws. Is that the Dramacydal Revenge is Sweet album?
Yeah. I think I don't know what the title of it was gonna be, but I know that they was young niggas when we started working on it. And by the time Me Against the World came out, they changed it to Dramacydal.
How far did that get production-wise? Was there ever a finalized track list, or did it get that far?
I think they had about 15 songs, I believe, but I don't know what they considered keepable or what, because nothing was in the mix stage. Everything was in, rough stage, like making rough copies and that kind of thing.
Gotta Get Away is a fan favorite. Did you produce that?
No, that was Tony Tazaro, I think. Tony Tazaro. That was one of my favorites, too. Because it really sounds like the way I picture music, It's like full, it was full, and it had a lot of melody and, good singing in it, and then the way he was rapping, it was like clever, and, I really dug that too. But yeah, I think that was Tony Tazaro that did that one.
I've been told by other people, I wasn't there, that Tupac had a high energy work ethic, and I was just wondering if any of the Young Thugs had that same energy, or if anyone stuck out to you as, with the same work ethic.
I think, to me, probably Malky and Hollywood and,
that's Gaddafi, right?
Yeah, the one that died,
yeah.
And also Muta.
Yeah.
I think K-Dogs was he was really good with his lyrics, but most of the time that I was there with them recording, he was cheating on him a lot. Like, come on, man, you gotta say that shit. You can't be doing that, man. Come on, man. All right, I'm gonna get somebody else to do this shit. He was like that with him. But they were related, so it really meant a lot for him to make sure that he was coming hard, But the other three guys were like always on it to me. I didn't meet Jock at first because he wasn't there with when we did I think it was Outlaw. Yeah, because I think that was K-Dog's Nicky and Mountain. Two-time Mountain. And then I met him when we came out here to California to record. It was on it.
No.
The cats was on it. Smart, too. They weren't no stupid cats. They was young and, 17, 18, 19 years old and just smart.
Do you still talk to any members?
I talk to Edie once in a while, and I talk to Muta once.
Would you care to break down your version of Till My Dying Day? Late Night?
Break it down?
Yeah. Is it the one that is in low quality on YouTube? Or is it a different version?
That's not the one. That's the one that they had me remake it from.
Okay.
We totally did everything over from it.
I only ask because everybody seems to love that song.
Wow, yeah, man. And with my version of it, because they had a sample in that one with the singing.
Yeah.
And on my version, I had my cousin, who's also on Lord Knows, Kenyatta Foreman. I had her come in and sing that part. It sounded a little more richer, and then I redid the track. But I tell you what, that's the only thing I remember about it. I never got a copy of that song, and I never got a copy of the other one, the last one we tried. And I think it was one more, Blind, that my cousin, he was funky drummer back then. He helped me do Young Niggas on Me Against the World.
Yeah.
He helped me do that, but on this one, on Blinded, and I think they got a different title for it too. He did the track, and I sang the hook that Tupac and Edie wrote on it. But I never got a copy of all three of those, and I cannot remember for the life of me how that track sounded to my dying day.
Wow.
But I remember my cousin's part really good. Crazy.
What are your thoughts on today's hip-hop compared to the music in the 1990s?
Well, it's getting a little bit better than it was a few years ago, but it's still, the music that we did back then was geared towards instrumentation, you know, make it sound like it's a band, or even if it wasn't a band, it still would sound more musical. And the sample that they're coming from right now is more about noises and sound effects, and it's how they're doing their rap. Now the raps, I really don't dig. It's not helping anybody. It's all about, you know, party all night long, drinking, smoking.
There's no message.
You know what I mean? There's no variety in the majority of it. Yet there are some people that step outside of that and do, you know, a little more clever, you know, lyrical things. But I think it's more focused on noises and hooks. You know, certain they can say one word over and over and over again, and you know, it's a little less thought in it to me, because you could do it at home and you can just throw it together. There's nobody saying, hey, what if you tried this to make it a little more this or that? You know, they're just like, no, that's perfect. And send it in and it's out, or put it on YouTube and it's out.
So are you kind of anti-Fruity Loops producers?
Yeah, I'm anti-Fruity Loops.
It sounded like a political question. But no, there's a lot of people in the industry that don't like that.
Yeah. And that's not to knock the people that do like that, because that's the kind of ear that, you know, there are people who hear that and go, that's what I need.
No, absolutely,
you know?
yeah.
And hear more musical stuff like, you know, the 90s or...
A Jmix exclusive.
What up, shut up?